Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Well, we just got through the legislative season, which means we are now in lawsuit season. That's right. This is the time of the year where lawyers start filing lawsuits to stop all of the ridiculous crap that happened during the legislative session. Now, believe it or not, we're going to actually talk about a couple lawsuits that are still kicking around from last year's legislative session, and then we're going to get you up to speed on three big lawsuits kicking around as it relates to some recent legislation that has a lot of you pretty spun up. So today, let's spend a few minutes and get you all up to speed and talk about updates from the Washington litigation battlefield.
Hey, before we get going down the road we're going down, proud to announce that this video is being brought to you by Rev Arms. That's right. You can find them located right here in Ellensburg or right here in Covington, Washington. Listen, they're doing full-time gunsmithing, cerakoting, barrel threading, optics milling, restoration, and repairs. They can do just about anything you want. So for more information, visit my good friends at revarms.com.
Okay, so a lot of you, as I go through the comment section down below, I see the same questions pop up over and over and over, and a lot of them has to do with pieces of litigation kicking around here in Washington State, and I have not done any videos on it because candidly nothing's going on. But I do want to get you all up to speed because I know a lot of you are pretty anxious about getting results. Let's talk first about last year's magazine ban, now codified as RCW 9.41.370. The lawsuit in the Western District of Washington, that is Sullivan v. Ferguson, is still ongoing. There has been no developments in that whatsoever. Let's talk about the lawsuit on the eastern side of the state, in the Eastern District of Washington. That is Brumback v. Ferguson. Now, Pete Serrano from the Silent Majority Foundation, as we know, is heading up the charge on that one. Now, listen, and you guys have kept asking about this and asking about this. We know that as of December 23rd of 2022, Judge Dimke over there was supposed to issue a ruling, thumbs up or thumbs down, on a statewide injunction. That was on December 23rd, okay? It is May 4th today that I am shooting the video. And to this date, we do not have any ruling from that court. I can assure you, whether it was a thumbs up or a thumbs down, we would have shot a video here at Washington Gun Law within moments of that ruling coming out. So there is still no ruling. We still believe that perhaps the judge is waiting for a little bit of clarification or cover from the United States District Court in Southern District, California, Roger T. Benitez, because we are expecting rulings out of Duncan v. Bonta, which deals with magazine bans, as well as Miller v. Bonta, which will be dealing with another issue we're going to talk about here in a moment. But that ruling should have been out months ago. The briefs were all due. Everything was due December 16th. The ruling was going to be issued December 23rd. There was a mild little delay, so we expected a ruling right after the first of the year. And here we sit May 4th with no ruling. I don't have anything else to tell you. That's where we sit on that. Now, let's talk about what's going on with the Washington Assault Weapon Ban, House Bill 1240, also now signed into legislation. Okay, so listen, there are three cases that I want to keep you apprised on as it relates to Washington's assault weapon ban. The first one is Hartford v. Ferguson. That is a case that's filed in the United States District Court for the Western District of Washington. Joel Ard, who is the lead counsel also on Sullivan v. Ferguson, is the lead attorney there, so that case is in really, really good hands. And I know, having talked to a couple of the litigants in that case, that right now they are preparing all of the pleadings and declarations necessary to make a motion for an injunction which would pause the enforcement of this law. So that right now is Hartford v. Ferguson. Then there is the case of Bonta v. Ferguson. That's filed in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Washington. Steve Fogg is the lead counsel on that, so that suit is also in really, really good hands. There is no motion right now for any kind of an injunction, but I am hearing that if there would be a hearing on an injunction, it may not happen until June or July there, okay? So right now, I know that's not particularly positive news, but it's better than nothing. But here's the other thing. We have a case filed in state court, Superior Court, Grant County Superior Court. That's the matter of Guardian Arms versus Inslee. Pete Serrano with the Silent Majority Foundation has filed that one. We've already talked to Pete about this one. We already did a video from outside the Grant County Courthouse. Well, we're going to be doing another video outside the Grant County Courthouse, and that's going to be on May 12th in the afternoon because That matter is set for a hearing on a statewide injunction. Okay, there is going to be a hearing the afternoon of May 12th in Grant County Superior Court to determine whether or not the judge will enjoin enforcement of the law. Theoretically, keep your fingers crossed, there could be a ruling from a state Superior Court judge as early as next Thursday afternoon. Now, obviously, like I say, we will be doing video updates. We're going to Ephrata. We're going to be there all day. We'll be giving you updates all day. I'm going to be in the courtroom. I'm going to be listening to the arguments so that we can keep you guys apprised. If you don't follow Washington Gun Law on Twitter, it'd be a great way for you to probably get some live updates while the hearing is actually going. So, that is a huge important date, May 12th, 2:30. Now listen, this is Grant County Courthouse, folks. This is a beautiful little old courthouse. We don't need all of you stampeding to Ephrata. I'm sure the businesses would like it, but we don't have that much room in the courtroom, but I can promise you we will give you updates from there. We will tell you exactly the way it went down. So that is your updates. As it relates to the magazine ban, we're still in a holding pattern. We are waiting for the judge in the Eastern District of Washington to actually give us a ruling. As it relates to the assault weapon ban, we got 2 federal lawsuits that are beginning to pick up steam, and we already got our state lawsuit that's on a collision course with Bob Ferguson on May 12th, next Friday, to figure out whether or not this law will be enjoined. So that's where we sit. If you got any other questions about any of that or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington Gun Law by now. If you don't, that's okay. That information is right there in the description box. In the meantime, I do want all of you to remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.